Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? We're back with a brand new unboxing video. Today we have the new Hasbro Marvel Legends, the Infinity Saga, Avengers Infinity War, Captain America. Now this one I just got in the mail recently. This is a Walmart exclusive. Now, I wasn't initially going to buy this, but then I started to see the reviews and I started to like the head sculpt because initially the head sculpt was kind of meh to me, but it is a much needed upgrade from the one released in 2018, which I think was based on concept art. But yeah, anyways, enough about all that. Like we always do, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with the box art first. So on the side of the packaging, you can see it says Marvel Studios, the Infinity Saga on the top, and then characters from the MCU as well as the Avengers logo on the bottom. And then the back of the packaging, which says Captain America on the top, the poster of Avengers Infinity War, and then a little bio on Captain America. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. Alright, enough about the box art. Let's go ahead and get Captain America out of the packaging. Alright, and here's Captain America out of the packaging, and we're going to get started with the accessories first. So he does come with an additional set of fisted hands. So the next accessories we're going to look at are the two Wakandan shields, and I didn't realize it until I took it out of the packaging. It looks like it's two variations of it. It looks like it's one where it's like collapsed in, and then two where it's like popped out, and I think he does that later on in the movie, like at the end when Thanos comes through the portal. And the last accessory we're going to look at is the additional head sculpt that he comes with. And this was one of the reasons why I wasn't initially going to buy the figure, was because this additional head sculpt was kind of meh when I first saw it, like when the product review, when product shots came out. But like looking at it closer now that I have the figure in hand and the head sculpt, it kind of looks like Chris Evans. Kind of, but not quite there, though, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you all think. All right, now we're going to take a look at the figure itself, and first thing we're going to do is get started with the head sculpt, and in my opinion, this looks way better and much more accurate to Chris Evans than this one does, but of course, they're two different expressions, so it's not really fair to compare, but in my opinion, they got the likeness down in the photo real tech for Chris Evans on this version, and definitely way better than the one we got in 2018. So you can kind of see Chris Evans in this likeness here. I think I like the way they sculpted the hair as well. A lot of detail on that as well. Now, when taking a look at the outfit, it does look accurate to what we saw in Infinity War. Much more accurate than what we saw in 2018 when they released that figure. But to be fair on Hasbro's part, I think that was based off concept art. I mean, that one didn't even have two gloves. It was just one, which I thought was kind of weird. Now, I think the drawback that some fans have made is that the blue on this is too bright. But in my opinion, it's fine. It's something that can easily be done in editing as well in post-processing. You can see it is utilizing the pinless joints. The legs aren't, though, so it's still using the pins on the legs. Now, one thing I've always been a fan of when it came to Infinity War Captain America was that you can see that he's been wearing the Captain America suit on the run, and he's like stripped off parts of it, like the Avengers logo, the stars gone. But I also like the ripped part right here, because you can see the scales underneath, which is the scale suit you see in Endgame. So I thought that was kind of cool. It was a nice attention to detail on Hasbro's part. They've been doing that, especially with the previous figure, but I've always been a fan of that attention to detail. I'm not going to delve into articulation because it's your standard Captain America articulation that you've seen on previous Marvel Legends. The only difference is it's utilizing the pinless joints, and I think the lower torso is reused from previous Captain America figures. Now, I did want to show, when putting on the Wakandan shields, it's best to take the hand sculpts out and then just put them on there already. And then, so that way you can just port him in just by sliding it like this, as opposed to just trying to slide the shield through his arm, because you might get some breakage by doing that. So it's easier just to port it like that. All right, now we're going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Captain America figures. We have Captain America from the first Avengers from the first 10 years wave with 2-pack with Peggy Carter, and Captain America from Avengers 1 from the Bro Thor Build-A-Figure wave. And next size comparison, here he is standing next to the Worthy Cap and the Captain Carter from the What If wave. And next size comparison, here he is standing next to the Sam Wilson Captain America and the John F. Walker Captain America Walmart exclusive. Next size comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Infinity Saga figures, as well as the Holy Trinity of the MCU. We have the Iron Man Mark 85 and the Endgame Armored Thor. And man, I'm a huge fan of that Tony Stark head sculpt, but seeing that figure next to these other two makes you realize how out of scale this is in terms of like the head size compared to the other two. And this last size comparison is kind of a sentimental one. I'll go into that here in a second, but here he is standing next to the Hasbro Hero Vision basic figure, Captain America from Infinity War. Now, if you look at my channel in my earlier videos, I used to do a lot of reviews on these basic figures that were part of like the 5 to 6 inch scale that Hasbro came out with during Infinity War and Endgame, and I think they're continuing the line with the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. But I was a huge fan of this figure line, mainly because I don't think they got appreciated enough from the toy community. I know Face Smacker Studios was one of them that really did awesome in-depth reviews on them. But basically, you had decent sculpt and articulation at the $10 price point, and I thought they were super dope. And I will always keep this in my collection just for sentimental reasons. Another reason being is this was one of the last figures I picked up before Toys R Us closed down. But yeah, for sentimental reasons, I'll still keep this in my collection. But of course, this one is the better figure. All right, so my overall thoughts on the figure is that I like it. I'm glad I didn't pass on this figure like I initially was going to do because having the figure in hand, I can appreciate it more. It does look more like Chris Evans than what the promo pics we saw initially. And now my Infinity Saga is complete. So it's cool to see that we also have a definitive Captain America from Infinity War because, to be honest with you, Infinity War was my favorite MCU movie of all time, much more so than Endgame. The only drawback is I do wish they would have given us two different sets of Wakandan shields instead of having two different ones, but I understood what Hasbro was going for when they made this figure. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this figure and will you be picking it up. It is a Walmart store exclusive, so you should start seeing it in your stores now. I don't think it's available online to order anymore, but I'm sure they're probably going to have it back up in stock here by the holidays. And like always, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you haven't yet already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.